Hey, I'm just trying to work out the multi-streaming thing. Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Just checking, am I... okay. One sec, my window's annoying me. Cleaning out my room. Now, what am I using? Okay. Hi. Welcome everyone. I'm just learning how to do the good old multi-streaming. So I might come back and start again before we actually properly start. Can everyone hear me okay? Right, thanks for the follow, Eve. Everyone hear me? I wonder how we add chat. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, great. You can hear me. That's cool. That's good to know. Now I just need to understand how to add chat. So strictly, guys, this is starting at 8:30. Hey, Jaden, I'm earlier, not because I intend to be earlier. I'm never early. I need to try and understand how to see chat. Okay, I think I might log off and work out how to see the chat. Essentially, absolutely loving this. Am I live on both platforms? Okay, read. I can read YouTube. I can read. I want to understand. Okay, why can't I read multi-chat, post comments? Okay, why can't I do that on TikTok? It's another thing to learn. Can I get into Cambridge Maths with 999? Yes, you certainly can. Obviously, it's more than just your GCSEs, but that's an incredible start. Thanks, Jaden. That's an incredible start, so absolutely. Absolutely. This is so weird. Right, how to see chat. Does anyone know how to see chat in all my multi things? Tiki-toki. 8.7 Tamur, great score. Absolutely 100%. I mean, again, there is more. Are you planning on doing the step? You would need to for maths. Do you know if any medical schools have gone into clearing? Ishan, I always say no. What's your location, please? We'll check. But I would say very, very unlikely. Very, very unlikely indeed. Great question. How long? England, Ishan. I feel like I know your name, but there's probably quite a few Ishans. So let's have a look. Right, save. So, medicine. Normally there is a private university provider. Yep, University of Buckingham. It's still there. But so far, no medicine. The point is, medicine operates its own clearing portal by doing these kind of wait lists. So I would say no. I would say please do not hold out for medicine. Violet, great question. How long does clearing take on the day? So essentially, how long does it take? I would say it takes about half an hour to get on the phone to someone on the university line, and then it's a very quick decision as to whether they give you a verbal offer or not. So it's kind of quick and kind of slow. It takes a while to get on the phone to them, but when you're on the phone to them, it's super quick. Can you not get your school or college to email you, Ebony, what your results? Oxford for Masters after Bristol undergrad, I wouldn't say that hard. Does the clearing email indicate you failed? What do you mean, Chris? Does the clearing email mean you failed? What do you mean? Tell me more. Tell me more. I'm also, Jaden, can I ask you a question? Just because you're going to give me an answer. I'm looking now at my laptop camera. Am I looking at you guys now, or am I looking somewhere? I don't know where to look. Here? Option A or option B? What do you think, Jaden? Oh, Chris, as in UCAS sending it to you. Okay, cool. I'm looking at you. So I'm looking at you here. Okay, cool. Thanks. Oh gosh, there's loads. First option. Thanks, Jaden. Chanel, I've got quite a few softwares open. Ebony, on results day, do I have to accept my firm offer? Does it get accepted automatically? So Ebony, no, you do not have to accept your firm offer. So if you meet your conditions, you will get your firm offer, but you do not need to confirm it. You just hold it, get your verbal offers, see what takes your fancy, and then go from there. Does that make sense? Is Sheffield, Birmingham, or Leeds better for sociology? They're all much of a muchness, but I probably would say Leeds pips the takes the edge. I'd say it takes the edge, takes to edge. Guys, I might. These are amazing that you've got questions. What does embargo mean, Chanel? Really good question. Embargo means it's a period of time whereby universities cannot speak to you because they are working their way through your results and giving and making offers. Basically, that's what embargo means. So they cannot speak to you about anything. But it ends tomorrow. Sorry, I'm being really distracted. It ends tomorrow at 9 a.m. and then you have until Friday the 7th, until Friday the 7th, where you go back, where universities go back into embargo. Does anyone know how know if you get a UCAS track email on the day? Ishan, no, you don't get a UCAS track email. You just log in. What? I found a course at Leeds, but applied. I found a. Oh my goodness, Mariella. I found a course at Leeds, but applied for another one at Leeds through clearing. Can I accept it? Mariella, only accept it once you A, have a verbal offer, and B, you've got your results. So don't accept anything yet, okay? I'm away on holiday for clearing. Lucky you. But you've now gone. How do I do clearing since I'm not able to get my results? So NAA, you need to get your results. Really simply, you need to, just because you're on holiday doesn't mean you can't get your results. Can you get them online? Have you spoken to your school? And you need to go through the same process as everyone else. Universities, the courses won't wait for you because they're on holiday. So just because you're away in different time zone, you need to be in that same time zone to access. Does that make sense? Abracatibitha, do you have any advice on clearing for medicine applicants, or is it a case of different course? Basically, yeah, I would say for medical applicants, unless you're on a wait list, I would say be on a different course, as in don't expect to go into a medical course on clearing. In all my years of doing clearing, medicine has not appeared. I had a big argument with a student last year at my school who was like, oh look miss, look, it's here. It wasn't here. It was from a private university that was charging 40 grand a year. If I got rejected for a strategic foundation year, can I still ask on results day if they consider me? Absolutely. Ultimately, there's a really interesting question there, being like, can I? If you're in doubt and I'm not available, or your family are not available, or someone you trust is not available, absolutely ask. No one is going to say, how very dare you? And actually, can I just say that I'd like to empower all of you to feel like you can ask anything that you want, okay? There's a question on Instagram. I am early, and what I'm going to do, guys, I might finish in 5 minutes, stop this live, but then I'll start again in 15 minutes time, because I just want to understand how to merge my chats into this software. So I will start again at 8:30. But anyway, before I do, Michelle Preid, if my daughter is thinking of switching to a different course at the same uni, should we call now or wait until results day and call? Michelle, I think in reality, the time now, I would wait until you get your results, because essentially you're going to say, hello, my daughter is expecting this, she's interested in this course, would you consider her? Ultimately, there's only so much they can say, and to be honest, they're in embargo anyway, so they can't have the conversation. So long and short of it, wait until you've got your results, and then you can actually make a proper phone call. Remember, until you've got those results, you can't really cash anything in. So yeah, wait. Is there any other questions on Insta? Not yet. Not yet. I will come back to the wonderful world of Insta. TikTok questions are hot. Right. Coco, does the UCAS decision, if you get your firm or not on results day, come before the results come out? Great question, Coco. Would you know that I was interviewed by the BBC today and I talked about this at length? The question was, what would I do if I was going through results day? And the key thing was that I said was I would get my results first. The two don't go hand in hand. Hilariously, you'd think they do, right? But they don't. So I would suggest to you, you need to get your results first and then look at UCAS track. The reason I suggest doing it that way rather than looking at UCAS track, which updates at 8 a.m. and then getting your results, is that you might open UCAS track and you might get a decline and you have no idea what your results are. There's no way of getting your results earlier and you're just stuck in this purgatory for 90 minutes. I would suggest you wait, don't look at UCAS track, get your results and then look at UCAS track. That's what I would personally suggest. Yes, that's what I personally suggest. Guys, is this viewing experience okay? Or should I just start again and try and work out how the hell to work out my comments? What do we think? Is it okay? Insta, is everything okay your end? I was gonna sort my hair. Nobody cares. No one cares. Right, let's get cracking. It's fine. Thanks, Al. Okay, when will UCAS update? Mitch, from 8 a.m. basically. From 8 a.m. on your results day. Ted, I'm in year 12, so I'm not sure on a lot of this yet, but when do you get your first SFE payment? Great question, Ted. I'm actually not sure. Let's just check. I believe it's at the beginning of term. When do you get your first SFE payment? It must be. So your tuition fees don't ever go to you. They go straight to the university. Take 3 to 5 working days, and it starts the first 2 weeks of term. So there we go. That's an AI summary of Google, but basically it will be around that. Hi, Abby. Great question from Insta. Can you defer entry via clearing? Absolutely not. You cannot defer in clearing. Clearing, the way it works, the reason it works the way it does is because they are trying to fill their places for this academic year. Think about a sale. You cannot see an amazing bag and be like, oh great, I want to buy that, but can I buy it next year? They will look at you and be like, absolutely not, you're insane. So you cannot defer a place. It's all about the reason it works is because they are willing to go lower than usual because they need to get rid of spaces. It's a two-way street, right? Georgia, does UCAS open at 8 or 9? It says on the website 9, but it's always been 8. Georgia, what day are you talking about? Are you talking about tomorrow, which is Scottish Results Day, or are you talking about the 13th, which is English and Welsh Results Day? Essentially, your UCAS track will update from 8 a.m. Sometimes UCAS crashes because there are loads of students trying to access it. And then you can start calling universities. So at 8. Can I reapply through clearing if I got rejected for the same course? The points are lower for clearing. Okay, this is a great question. So, everyone listen up. Can I? The only point is I can't pin. You just got to listen. I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm going to take some AI notes. Right. This is my clearing live. AI, do your thing. So, universities will do their best to try and keep you. Okay, I see it year in year and increasingly more and more that universities will try and keep a student even if they miss their offer. And this happens at Oxford, this happens at any university. And increasingly this is becoming more and more evident because student finance is the way it is. So that being said, if you do get a decline, if you do not get an offer from that university, I would certainly not make that your first port of call because essentially they have already considered you and then they basically said, look, we see what your grades are, but unfortunately we cannot offer you a place. So do not make them your first call. You could call them maybe your third call or your fourth call. Definitely ask them the question. Remember, if the theme of anything tonight is, if there is a theme tonight, the theme is ask them anything. If you don't ask, you don't get, right? That is the theme of today's lesson, Clem. If you don't ask, you don't get. But I would not make that your first port of call, okay? Right, clearing on Insta. Any questions? Helen Savvy. If I didn't get my firm, should I still call them up? If so, what should I say? Exactly as I say. You can call them up. Don't make it your first call. If you are going to call them up, be like, hey, my name is my UCAS ID. I did apply for this course. I know I haven't got in, but I just want to see, is there any way? The reality is universities will give out more verbal offers than they have spaces, and they might in the next couple of days have a space. So it's worth calling, but just not the first call. Remember, the other problem is they might say, yeah, sure, give us a call in a couple of days. The problem is you won't necessarily have a couple of days, because you will need to let other universities know. So it's this beautiful kind of, imagine this shopping metaphor that I'm liking at the moment. You're in a market, you see one bag that you like, then you stroll down the road, you see another bag that you like, and then you stroll down the road and you see another bag you like. You have to make a decision quickly which one of those bags is right for you, so it doesn't go. Yeah. Okay. Ruhi, I just joined. Just wanted to know about Tara classes. Would they be on Saturday or the dates mentioned on the calendar? So the Tara lives are on Saturday, exactly the dates mentioned in the calendar. The Tara lessons are published every Monday, and then the Tara workbooks Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There we go. Any more on Insta? Not yet. Okay, is it better to call or email? Merva, absolutely 100% call. I know, again, I was having a chat to the BBC today. We were talking about how young people are not familiar and comfortable with picking up the phone. That is a massive negative for you in this experience, because you absolutely have to phone. And I would say, in this beautiful world of forms where universities are doing these clearing forms, please still listen. Please still phone. Okay, please still phone. Always. Jane, you're doing God's work. Thank you, mate. Okay, what courses would want you to make a personal statement when clearing? So I'm going to be really honest. In my experience, I've never had a student be asked for a new personal statement, ever. The likely case whereby they might ask you for a personal statement is if it is a healthcare course like nursing, mental health nursing, physiotherapy, radiography. But the reality is, I would say they probably will be happy just to interview you, because all those healthcare courses will require interview. So I've always say have a personal statement on standby, but the reality is I very much doubt that you'll use it. Okay, another Instagram question. Ted, if student finance doesn't come to you until 2 weeks into term, how do you pay for the down payment for your accommodation without the student finance? Ted, it's a really good question. I've literally just looked that up, so I need to get back to you properly on that. Okay, when does maintenance come out? I will find that. Okay, maintenance arrive. It must be before, because exactly as your question is. So let me come back to you. Anya, if a uni has offered me a place with only UCAS points listed, can they suddenly want maths GCSE? That is a very good question. You have to look at the stipulation of your offer, but if there is no maths GCSE required, then you will be fine. But remember, if anyone is waiting for a maths resit, they will not be able to have an unconditional. They will not get a verbal offer. They will not get that verbal offer confirmed until they've got their maths reset or English reset, etc. So that makes sense. If you get 2 verbal offers, can you accept both but put one down? Becca, that's a really interesting question. Yes and no. You don't really accept a verbal offer on the phone. So, like, okay, hello, can I have a verbal offer for physiotherapy? Oh, great, thank you, that's great. That's all I say. I don't say, okay, can I confirm that, please? It's really weird. It's like they give you an offer, you just receive it, you just listen to it, and then you make your decision in UCAS. You don't need to accept anything on the phone to them. I mean, you can. If you're like, great, yeah, that's lovely, thank you, I'll accept it. There will be nothing that happens. The only transaction that makes things real is when you go into your UCAS hub. Okay? So, yeah. Hello, Lulu, nice to see you, hon. Okay, Cheyenne, if I already have an early clearing offer with King's, can I still call on the day and switch to another course at King's? So yes, you can, basically, Cheyenne, yes, you can. I suspect, I don't know how close the courses are that you are considering. If I were you, if they are close, I would probably leave it till the next day. Would I? Just because it's going to take so long. No, fine. Yeah. In short, Cheyenne, yes, you can ask. And just make sure when you're asking, you say, look, I don't want my current offer to kind of leave. I just want to see, would I possibly be able to change course? And they'll say yes or no. Warwick isn't doing clearing. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look. It might not be in clearing yet, but I would be surprised if no courses are in clearing. Where are you based? Let's have a look. Warwick, University of Warwick. Yeah, it's in clearing. It has integrated natural science. This is if you're an English student. It has integrated natural science. It has neuroscience. It has chemistry with medicinal chemistry. So fine. It doesn't have many. Oh no, and that's even just for medicine. Sorry. Let's have a look at other courses in 100. So Warwick has 149 courses in clearing. Which are the best universities for clearing? Is KCL reliable? KCL's reliable, yeah. I mean, which universities are the best and which universities are the best for clearing are two separate questions. I would use a league table that you like and trust it and look at the top 20, top 30 universities. All these league tables have slight variations, but ultimately top 20, top 30, you're safe. But KCL is reliable. Is Warwick lenient on results day? Yes, they all are to a degree. Obviously, the leniency of Warwick will be less than the leniency of Nottingham Trent or Aston, but absolutely, yeah. Sidra, what is your advice for people on reserve lists? Great question. I would have a number of different options available. So to be honest, it's the same advice as people who know they're going to go through clearing, or for people who've changed their mind. I would just have a number of different options. So option A is I get onto the reserve list, great, happy days. Option B is I don't. So these are the possible courses I could look at, the possible providers. This is option C. And I would just create different options, and I would really do some research about those options, because the key thing is you need to check, and this is my second theme for my results, the clearing live. Number one, if you don't ask, you don't get. And number two is research the options. You want to know what the course is like, what the career opportunities are like. Is there accommodation for people who go through clearing? Is the student finance the same? And fundamentally, please all listen to this. I don't care what you're doing, just stop what you're doing for a second. You must ask how long you have before that verbal offer disappears. Okay? Promise me you'll do that. Hello, Mia. Okay. S, if you're doing clearing, can you still have the contextual offer advantage? Really good question. Yes and no. Ultimately, they are not going to dismiss your contextual offer. However, because of the notion of clearing, it almost kind of wipes out the need for it. But essentially, yes. And if you come to get your results and you don't reach the grade that you think this course in clearing will require, there's absolutely no harm in calling and saying, just wanted to see, I am a contextual student, these are my grades, I appreciate they're slightly lower than I think your current clearing offer, but would you consider me? Again, theme number one of my clearing live, if you don't ask, you don't get. Okay, no problem. Great, Bells. Is accommodation choice limited for clearing? Yes. So most universities guarantee a percentage of accommodation for those who go through clearing, but not all of them, and it is a small percentage. So remember, when you're on that clearing phone call, you are going to ask what the accommodation options are like, and then if they have no options, you've got to think, okay, would I be happy with a private provider? Or would I be better off going for another verbal offer where accommodation is guaranteed? You see? Okay, let's have a look at Insta. Okay, Claudia, how do I actually accept a verbal offer? Do I have to put it into UCAS myself and confirm it after 1 p.m? She's got it. Claudia, you're bang on. I don't mean that to be patronising. It's a really good question. So you know how I say on the phone, when you are calling for these verbal offers, you actually don't need to do anything on that phone call. Nothing you say will be put down in writing. The thing you do to act upon it, to make that verbal offer transpire into an actual offer, is you put it into your UCAS track. You either do that by declining your firm or declining your insurance. Only do that after you've got your verbal offers. Do not do it before. And then 24 hours, maybe even less, the university will then be like, Happy days, welcome to this degree programme. Bells, what is a verbal offer? Guys, can I see how much you understand of clearing? Could you all in the chat summarise what a verbal offer is? And let's see while I take a little glug of water. I've already been talking non-stop, and this live hasn't even started, guys, but it's exciting. I'm loving it. Yes, Jaden, that's right. Very good, smiley, yellow face. Uni mates an offer on the phone. Yeah, I will be live again. I'll be live again on the 12th. So essentially, the reason I think clearing is slightly confusing is because up until this point, people have applied to universities online on this wonderful form called the UCAS form, which takes ages and is really annoying, right? A clearing doesn't work via a UCAS form anymore. Clearing ultimately is when you've got your grades, you then call up universities to see what else you can get. A verbal offer is where you are holding, let's say, I've got my firm, it's in the bag, this is my firm, my pair of scissors, right? I've got my firm, but I want to see if Warwick Physics would take me. So I'm going to call Warwick Physics, and I'm going to say, hey, these are my grades. Would you give me a verbal offer for this place? Whilst meanwhile, look, I'm still holding my scissors. I'm still holding my Warwick. Is it Warwick? Can't remember. They'll say yes. Now, you've got a verbal offer, basically, where Warwick... I'm so confused. Where one of those universities has offered to give you a place. You then can decide to take that firm offer through, or to be like, actually, no, I'm going to decline that and I'm going to take up this offer. A verbal offer is almost the UCAS offer that you got early on. Like, yes, you've got this offer, yes, you've got this offer, but it's just over the phone. Does that make sense? Sorry, I'm being a bit scatty. Are Cambridge quite strict with meeting offers? Yes. Natsuki, yes, 100%. They are because they can be. Will UCAS crash in the morning? So it didn't crash last year, but you never know, it might. But if it does, it will take about 5-10 minutes. But remember, what did I say about UCAS track? What are you going to try, if you and me, you not all me, obviously, but what was my advice about in the morning? What do you get first? What do you get first, guys? Insta. I might give a present to the person who answers this right. What am I suggesting you collect first on results day? Yes, Ebony, she's got it. She's number one. Ebony, I'll think of something to send to you. Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Hello. Grades. Hello, everyone. Results. Good on you, NA. Yeah, absolutely right. I am going to try and send Ebony something. Let's gamify this. Yeah, you want to kind of get your results first. Why? Because then when you've got your results, you know what you're kind of dealing with. What was the question? So yeah, regardless of whether it crashes or not, it doesn't matter. You've got to go to school, you're going to get your results, and then calmly, maybe 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30, you're going to open your UCAS. When we say first come, first serve, try not to be too stressed out about that. Ultimately, yes, it is first come, first serve, but no one can put a clearing choice in on results day on the 13th until 1 p.m. So you've got time, mate. Also, tomorrow, Scottish qualifications. Do you know what time you can put a clearing choice down in UCAS? Does anyone know what time? Anyone know what time you can put a UCAS choice tomorrow, the 4th of August? Because it's quite interesting. It's 10 a.m. So let's say you get your results at 9 or 9:30. You have time to call a university, get a verbal offer and put it in your UCAS track. Similarly, you have well done, Jaden. Brownie points for you, Jaden. I will send you something, probably a pencil. Maybe I should do some branded pencils. Yes. So we like to surf. You know what, I've never surfed in my life. Right, when does a verbal offer appear on UCAS? After you've declined a conditional offer. Feels scary to decline and have nothing in writing. I agree. I agree, we like to surf. So, okay, so firstly, you are holding your offer, you get your verbal offer, and then you go and put that, you decline your firm, and then you put that in your UCAS track. And then as long as you have met the conditions, as long as nothing has changed from you having that phone call, so your GCSE results are correct, your A-level results or your IB or whatever are correct, okay, Jaden, pencils are coming, you will get that verbal offer. Basically, and I have checked this every year, because I totally agree with We Like to Surf. It is really scary that you put something down and you're like, okay, cool, this is like, this is crazy. What was I going to say? It will transpire. It will, how long it takes for them, UCAS try and put the pressure on the university to say within 24 hours. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But let's say results say on the 13th is a Thursday, you should get a confirmation by Friday afternoon. If you don't, before 4 p.m. on Friday, give them a call and be like, hey, still waiting. Yeah. Pencils. Maya, I think that might be your first task. Sorry, so We Like to Surf. Does that make sense? I appreciate it feels scary. The way verbal offers work, it's like you're calling a call centre on clearing day, right? As soon as you give over your UCAS ID or your clearing ID, depending on which one you have, everyone has a UCAS ID, but they will enter the UCAS ID on a form, and as long as you fulfill the criteria in their kind of tracking system, you will get a verbal offer. They will then say, given verbal offer on their sheet, and it will be locked in. If you are in any way anxious, just screen record, record your phone call. Do you know what I mean? Genuinely, like set a record on your phone while you're having that verbal offer. But I promise you, it has never happened where a student has got a verbal offer and that has not been met, ever. Okay, Faizanasuka. If my offer is confirmed by Insurance Choice, should I decline it before calling other universities to get a verbal offer? Okay, guys, can everyone answer Faye? Because I hope you know this. Faye, it's a really good question. So, guys, listen to this for a second. If my offer is confirmed, if I get an insurance offer, right? Should she decline it before calling other universities to get a verbal offer? Very good. Yeah, guys, you're doing so well. Pencil here, pencil there. Nobody should decline anything. Faye, do not decline anything until you have got verbal offers. Think about when you're in a shop, you do not have to pay to try something on. You can try loads of pairs of shoes on before you decide which one to pay. It's exactly the same as clearing. Do not reject anything. Helen, great, very similar vibe to We Like to Surf. Can unis retract their verbal offer once they have given it to me? No. They can only retract a verbal offer if the qualifications have changed or you have not been truthful. But absolutely no, not. It's like deal or no deal. Don't take the gamble. Great. Matilda, if I already have my grades and have just declined my firm from last year, can I apply pre-13th? Yeah, so great question, Matilda. If you have your grades, you can go through clearing now. Most people right now are preparing for clearing, okay? Everyone in this room, because they haven't got their results. If you've got your results, my friend, you can go through clearing. Now, go through clearing if the course that you want is up already, but wait if it's not. So the reality is, I've just looked at Warwick, right? Warwick had how many places? About 150 courses in clearing. Now, tomorrow, for the next couple of, I would say until Thursday next week, the 13th, there will be more and more places available in clearing. So it's, again, this kind of balance. But if the course that you want is there, go for it, basically. Jessica Kent, I will get my exam results on Tuesday due to doing CIE. Will my UCAS uni update on the Tuesday, or will I have to wait until Thursday to find out if I've got in? That's a really good question, Jessica. I'm not sure. Can I follow up on that? CIE. What does CIE stand for? Sorry about my ignorance. CIE. So you get your results on Tuesday. So hang on, you get your results tomorrow, the 4th of August. So I think your UCAS will update because essentially you've got the SQA results day. So I would say it will update. But I'll do a bit of investigation for you. How would compare Northumbria to something else? How would I compare Northumbria to something else? I'd need to think. I spend ages on those comparisons, which is why I don't do very many. Let me have a think. Northumbria is certainly on my list. young, funky, ambitious. Will more courses become available in universities online clearing on results day? Cheyenne, yes. We cannot be sure as to which ones they will, but essentially the more universities know what students have missed their offer and the more students are getting their results, yes, there is more coming to play. Right, back to TikTok for comments. I realise I haven't added any notes to my clearing notes, but I have got an AI kind of tracker on what I'm saying, so I'll probably just copy and paste it. Okay, Cruz, do unis lower grade requirements or subject requirements at all? Really great question, Cruz. They will never renegade a subject that they have asked for, but the grades will lower. Yes. So a subject that requires maths at A level won't change. They will always want maths, but the grades will change. Yes. Does Exeter usually have clearing for PPE? Exeter has loads of courses. Whether it has courses for PPE, let's have a look. Where are you based, Jessica? Where are you based? Yeah, Jaden, that's quite a good call. I like that. My knicker. Okay, I'm just having a look for Jessica for PPE. So not at the moment, but yes, I would say highly likely, maybe. Camille, why do they ask where you live for the clearing available courses, not living in the UK? Great question, Camille. Because every university, every department has different funding routes and different funding portals, and every university needs a certain percentage of funding from international, certain percentage of funding from UK, certain percentage of funding from Scottish students. So ultimately, the places available in clearing are dictated by where you live, basically. Great question. Is there any chance for UCAS to show your uni confirmation early? No. The earliest you would ever be able to know is the day before, but that's under embargo, and that information is not publicly available, so no. T Bori, will there be long wait times on the clearing hotline? Could I try calling up 2 at a time? Yeah, you certainly could try calling up 2 at a time. So I would say it kind of depends. I would say probably roughly about 20-30 minutes, I'd say, to get on the phone. Sometimes it's quicker. It depends on the university, it depends on the time of the day. There is a huge flurry of activity between, and I'm talking on the 13th of August because it's the major results day. There's a huge flurry of activity between 10 till midday, and then it does very quickly drop off. You will be surprised at how quickly things move. And at my school, over the last 15 years, I would say 90% of students are sorted and out the door by midday. And I mean sorted, like it's mad, it's swift. There are a couple of students, sometimes particularly ones that have interviews, that obviously have until the end of the day. They have to wait around. But yeah, so there's quite a dip after. Ebony, what if my uni course is full after tomorrow due to Scottish results? What happens for England's results? Well, Ebony, it depends. If your course is in a Scottish university, they will still have spaces for English students that they have to fill, quotas that they have to fill. I wouldn't expect any course to be completely filled by Scottish results because that's just not how it works. But yeah, that's kind of a vague answer. Sorry, Ebony, but you are getting a branded pencil. Mia will be sending that through. I did see. Yeah, right. So yeah, Jessica, I think my answer is yes. Cambridge academic tuition, are the lowest offers on the website contextual only? Do you mean the UCAS course search website, Cambridge academic tuition? Sorry, I know it's a long time since you've asked that question. If you're looking at the UCAS course historic data, it's a mixture of both clearing and contextual data. If you're looking at university websites, I don't know. Probably, again, I think the answer is it will be a mixture. It's not a hard and fast science, I'm afraid. Okay, next, should I put a Scottish university as first choice if waiting for my A-levels? So should you put it as your first choice? Do you mean in your clearing list? I mean, you can. I think I need a bit more information about that question. Are you applying first time round? Are you waiting for your A-level results? I'm a bit unsure. Also, you don't really have first choice, second choice. You just have different options and you know where to start. Kitty, if my firm course is already in clearing, are they more likely to accept me if I miss my grades? Great question, Kitty. Yeah, possibly. Like I say, year on year, universities increasingly lower the requirements of their current offer holders, so you've got a good chance. It depends upon the degree of how much you've missed it, basically. I can't even pronounce this name. YFBDLF64837. What if I'm on reserve for like LSE? Can I get verbal offers from others? It would be difficult. Yeah, you absolutely can. It's exactly the same. You're on a reserve list for one university. You're holding a firm or insurance offer from another university. You can still get as many verbal offers as you want. The only kind of way up, I guess, is working out how many verbal offers can you cope with, and how many does it just become too much of a problem. Claude, do you recommend calling for clearing at school? Claude, I think it's a great question. I think it's about how you respond to stress and which support is available and where do you feel most supported. I would recommend I recommend for students at my school that they have to come into a school to collect their results, and B, they call for clearing at school, because everyone is there to support them. But there are some students who want to do that on their own. Again, I was interviewed by the BBC la-di-da today, and I said that I probably would have wanted to make those clearing calls on my own, because I find, even though I'm quite an extrovert, actually when it comes to stressful decisions, I just want to be on my own. So I think it really depends. But I think ask yourself, what support do I have available? Where do I feel most comfortable? And if I do it at school, which one will lead to the strongest, better, happiest outcomes for you? If you're going to feel super stressed, don't do it there. Does that make sense? How is UCL clearing different? So there's a lot of hubbub that UCL is particularly different. It's not. It does run a form, and you certainly should do the form. But ultimately, I think, like with every aspect of clearing, you also give them a call. That's it. It's exactly the same. They advertise it that it's different. It's not. I'm afraid. And that's all I can say. So can we negotiate grades for that course if it's below what they had put on their website or UCAS? Helen, great question. Yes. What is my theme for this whole live? If there's one thing, I want every single one of you, and there's 563 of you on the TikTok. There's a whopping 25 on the Insta. What's the theme of this live? The first most important theme that I want every single one of you to know and have that ingrained upon you for the next week and a half. What is the phrase? Who's going to get the pencil with a rubber? Who's going to get it? What's the thing? My one theme for this live? Always ask. Camille's got it. Did you come up? Can't see you on there. Oh. I didn't. I might just be slow. And live. I think I'm still on Insta. Yes, Helen. Right, Helen. I like your phrasing, I'm afraid. Slightly better than Camille. You know what? No, Camille and Helen, fine. Can you guys, if I'm saying you're going to get pencils, A, can you be patient because we haven't designed them? And B, can you DM me saying, can I have my pencil? This is my private address and I will not share this publicly. Yeah, so that would be great. Most helpful. Okay, great. No, it's all right. It's just slow. I think I'm learning. So the question was, can you ask if you can get a lower offer, even though the lowest historic grade is far higher than you ever? Absolutely can ask. It's just weighing up. Is it worth my time to call this university to see how low they go, or is it better if I call Exeter and I know I met their conditions? It's a question of decisions, isn't it? Gamify it a little bit, but I would say, why not? You can't only maybe use one of your phone credits to call them. Yeah. I know, by the way, like, I'm not even looking at you because I find it really difficult when I'm looking at myself. I don't know why, but multi-streaming is slightly different, so I'm just looking at the comments, and I hope it doesn't look really weird. But anyway, here we go. Some unis, this is a great question on Insta. Some unis don't reveal their clearing entry requirements like UCL. Why? You know what, Faye? None of them actually reveal their entry requirements on clearing. None of them. Do you know why? Because it's a sale price and they don't want to be publicly embarrassed, particularly an institution like UCL that's like a top university provider. They do not want it on public record that they have gone as low as X. It's a PR stunt, I'm afraid. And pretty much no university advertises their clearing requirement. If they do, they will always flex lower. It's PR. Literally, simply as that. So is it Daria? Can I call unis now to see what sort of grades they would be looking at for in clearing if not stated? Yeah, you absolutely can. Why not? Great thing to do. They might not tell you. They might give you a really kind of cagey answer of, oh, well, I don't know. We'll be getting back to you soon. But yeah, you absolutely can ask. What's the theme of today's live? I'm going to be like This is me being a really annoying teacher, I know. Go on, what's the theme? Let's tell Daria, what's the theme of today's live? Who's going to get it first? Who's going to get it first? Who's going to get it first? Who's going to get the pencil? Let it be someone on Insta. Yes, Tom. Tom's got it. And NA, because NA, you got it at the same time. Yes, well done. Yeah, always ask. So Daria, in answer to your question, absolutely ask. Why not? Why not? Well done. Right, Instagram, we need to get you having some free pencils. Don't know how much this is going to cost me. We'll see. Shy Bairns get now. Yeah, lovely. Thank you. Hello, Shy Bairns get now. Oh, hello, fellow Scott. A bairn is a kid. It's true. And this is why, but in all seriousness, this is why clearing is difficult. It's because it requires quite a lot of confidence and cultural capital and like the gumph to pick up a phone and be like, hey, could I have this place? It's not something that like young people are familiar with doing. So you've got to try and like, kind of pretend to have the balls, even if you don't. I mean, you do have the balls, but just different ways. Right, Bells, talking about balls. If I start at one uni, can I then transfer to a different one for the second and third year? Yes, you can. Bells, to apply to a different university in the second year and third year, I would probably recommend only the second year, but you just have to do a different UCAS application. It's a bit of a ball ache, and you have to make sure that that's what you want. You have to speak to them about how that affects your student finance, etc. But yes, you can. And you would just have to do another UCAS application. So Tom, just to clarify, for verbal offers, should we be on the line calling at 8 a.m. assuming we have our results straight away? Yeah, you can call from 8 a.m. Remember, you don't need to be from 8 a.m. It could be 8:30. It could be even 9 a.m. You're not going to miss too much if you wait 30 to 60 minutes. As long as you have your grades, things move quickly. As long as you have your option A, your option B, your option C, you're not going to need ages. But yeah, basically as soon as you've got your results, you should start being on the phones, getting some verbal offers. And from data last year, interestingly, the highest number, do you know what was the highest average number of universities that people called? Do you know how many it was? Do you want to have a guess? No, Ebony, not 5, not 6, not 3, not 2. It was it was 1. Most people called one university and then went through clearing. That's why it goes so quickly. And then it was 3, and then it was 2, and then it jumped to 5. But the point is, you will be surprised. You will get what you want quicker than you think. Yeah. Can unis take back their verbal offers if they have given too many out? No. If they will stop, the system will stop them from giving verbal offers, but no. As long as your qualifications match the requirements and they've given you a verbal offer on the phone, they will not retract it. The only time they might retract it is if you have not got a certain qualification that you need and that you've said that you've had. B, if you near miss with grades, should you resit? How resits looked at with Russell Group? So I'll answer the last question first. Resits are considered fine. You're just resilient and kind of keen to go to university. Happy days. I actually, and I don't know what Jaden would think about this, and if there's any other teachers, please, in the chat, please do share. And indeed, if there's any resitters, please do share your experience. I frankly wouldn't recommend it. I don't believe, for the advantage of a slightly higher UCAS tariff, that a whole extra year really fits the bill. I honestly don't believe it's worth it. But that's me. I think the only time a reset is worth it if it's for medicine, where you are just 150% dedicated to the cause. So yeah. Is your verbal offer up to the discretion of the clearing officer? Yes, basically, NA, but it's not as subjective as you think. It's not like, oh, I like the sound of this voice, I'll give you a verbal offer. They literally are sitting in front of the computer, they're writing in, and it will kind of automatically say yay or nay depending on whether you fit the bill. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Mia. Yeah, need to be careful with medicine. Some unis don't like resets. Absolutely, thank you so much. You're right, but I would say the majority are fine with it. Ebony, if you change your student finance now, will it be processed quicker than doing it on results day? You will be fine. So many students went through clearing. I think 13,000 went through clearing last year, and all of them had student finance in time. Student finance is built so that it can process this easily and quickly. So I would wait. I honestly would wait. It takes longer to change something back than it takes to once you've made the change in clearing to then update student finance. Does that make sense? So T-Bori, is UCAS the main place? I would use UCAS, yes. I would probably use both, but I would use UCAS to get a sense of your option A, B and C across the kind of university provision, and then I would go directly to the university to check. Yeah, thanks, Mia. She booked accommodation results. They still got accommodation. Things work out. But remember, what was the second theme? Does anyone remember the second theme? What the hell is a theme, Clementine Wade? What was the second thing I was saying about really important thing to ask on the phone on your verbal offer phone call? What was the really important thing? Cambridge academic tuition. Yes, they see your PS. As soon as you give your UCAS ID, they can see your entire UCAS application. Yeah, well done, Tom. Accommodates. Yeah, well done, Camille. Camille, you've already got a pen. Tom, it's for you. Yeah. And when your offer expires, is accommodation guaranteed, or is there any accommodation? There might not be. Yeah, you've got it. But it's really important that you find out. Really, really important that you find out. Right. Helen again, Helen Sabby. If my current personal statement is not based on the course I want to go through clearing, will that prevent me from getting into that course? Helen, would you be so kind as to say, do you mind saying what you've applied for and what you're wanting to apply for? And I can tell you, because I think without knowing, I can't really say. But I don't know if you were here earlier, but basically, never in my experience have I actually had a student be asked for a different personal statement. I've had people be asked for an interview. I have had people being asked on the phone, why do you want to do this course? Because providers want to make sure, remember, whilst I'm saying it is a mutually beneficial arrangement, universities want to fill their places, you want a place, they do need to be careful that you are not going to fall behind their attention figure, aka they do not want just to have loads of people who are going to start on a course and then just leave a year later. So they might ask you, why would you like to do this course? But it's a very cursory, gentle question. But yeah, feel free, Helen. I don't know if you are able to share. Don't worry if you can't. Totally understandable. Okay, apply for medicine, but I want to switch to pharmacy. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, Helen. It's applied medicine. It will be you'll be fine. You will get an interview, and that will account for the personal statement, which is why. Okay, so why now pharmacy? What do you feel you could offer pharmacy? What is the difference between a medical degree and a pharmaceutical degree? That kind of thing. No problem, B. Izzy, does UCAS usually refresh at exactly 8 a.m. or is it likely to be delayed? Izzy, I would expect it to be a little bit delayed. I would suggest 8 to 8:15. But yeah, not too much, but yeah. It's, there's a lot of people trying to go on. My situation is similar to Helen. And isn't it nice that you're all in the kind of, lots of you in the same boat? I applied for dentistry, but planning on OT for clearing. Yeah, so again, same thing. You'll get an interview. You'll be able to explain why on reflection you think this might be a better course. They know fundamentally you've not met your medical application offer. They know fundamentally you've not met your dentistry offer. So you don't need to sugarcoat it. But the important thing is to show that you have researched OT. The important thing OT, by the way, is occupational therapy. The important thing is that you show in the interview that you've researched and really thought about why pharmacy. So it's not just like, I don't know, it's because I failed to get in. Do you know what I mean? But they're not gonna like kind of push you further than that, I would say. What do you suggest to say to them if you have switched your subject? I think just to give a reason why. I mean, it can be as simple as, upon reflection, I've realised that actually I prefer this subject, and I've read about this. Keep it that simple. They know young people change their mind. They're not idiots. They do know, and that's okay. Belle, if I get my insurance offer, how do I get accommodation? So it's pretty much like the clearing accommodation, I guess. Let me add that to my list of questions, because I don't really know, to be honest, insurance accommodation. And so the reason I'm saying I'm going to add that to my notes is because I've not really done content on it. And essentially what I would do right now is contact all your insurance providers to be like, hey, if I get this offer, because I haven't booked accommodation, what guarantee do you have that I will get accommodation? Do you understand what I'm saying? I would need you to ask them. Helen, will the interview be on the spot or a couple of hours later? It will either be a couple of hours later, or it'll be the next day, or it might even be Monday. I'm assuming this is the 13th. So last year, a student applied for radiography, didn't get in, and went through clearing for nursing. They then had the option of doing an interview that same afternoon, the Friday or the Monday, and we worked with the young person to understand that the best interview would be about 2 p.m. on results day, and she did it. So they'll give you a couple of options. Okay, this is a great question. Again, Daria's got a great question, and I want everyone to answer this. Can you get multiple different verbal offers from the same uni for different courses? What do you think about that question? Great question. Can you get multiple verbal offers from the same uni for different courses? What do you think is the answer to this question, guys? Yes. So I would say it's a really interesting one. I think you can, but I would be kind of careful. I would frame it, instead of saying, can I get a verbal offer for geography? Yeah. Okay, cool. Can I get a verbal offer for econ? Okay. Can I also get a verbal? Instead of doing that, because I think they might then give you short shrift, what I would do is I would call up the university and say, hello, these are my A-level results. I would love to go to your university. What courses would you feel able to give me a verbal offer for? So I would offer that as the question, as opposed to just listing off all the possible courses, because you want to kind of, again, straddle that line between keen but boundaried, because they don't just want to give it to be like, okay, this person is just like a bit all over the place. You need to try and have a little bit of a way of creating a kind of boundary around you. Does that make sense? So Daria, in short, I don't know why I offered that because it's actually quite nuanced. I would say you can get multiple offers, but I would say be careful. And I would, instead of saying, hi, can I get all these verbal offers, I would say, what verbal offers what courses could you give me a verbal offer for? Does that make sense? Guys, I feel like I think we've already been running for an hour. We have, actually. Can I pause this and can I go and get some water and we carry on? Can we take a break? Feel free to go away if you want. Or okay, Claude is saying I can. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go. Okay, cool. All right, so guys, I'm going to go get some water. I'll stay on. Okay. I've got to go all the way downstairs. Take your time. There's no rush. Okay, cool. Give me 5 minutes. Helen, could you be so kind? And Belle, could you be so kind? It's just, if people are on the chat being like, why is there an empty screen? Could you just say Clem's gone to get some water and I'll be back at 5? Thanks. Whoa, I don't know why I've written give me 5 minutes 5,000 times. Also spelled wrong. Okay, right, I'm going. Okay, give me 5 minutes, okay? Right, bye guys. Okay, she's back. I've got loads of stairs in my house. Okay, what's been going on? Right, Belle, is there a limit for how many uni courses I can apply through clearing? No, no limit. The only limit you have is how many clearing courses you can base. I would say you wouldn't want to try for 5, more than 5, because I just think it's too much. Good question, Cambridge Academics. Will it be on YouTube? Who knows? I'm working this out. Maybe. I think I am streaming on YouTube. I probably what I am going to do is I'll like make a compressed video of this. So yeah. Yeah, so you can pin comments. Yes. I don't know how to do that right now because I'm doing this using this multi-stream, but yes, let's add that. Moderators for next week. Arabella, yes, I remember the name Arabella. Yeah, definitely, Mia, thank you. Claude, do you reject your other verbal offers or just confirm your chosen one? Yeah, no, you just confirm your chosen one. So you don't need to. If you've got 5, you don't need to do anything with the other 4. You just confirm the one that you want to go through via UCAS. Thanks, Jaden. I am using this thing called Streamlabs. So I've got me here, I've got TikTok chat here, I've got Instagram here. I need to work out how to fuse my Insta and TikTok comments so I can kind of reply to everyone quicker. Isn't Arabella a great name? I agree. There's another one as well I adore, but yeah, Arabella's gorgeous. Hey, are you Arabella? Joint live next week. Yeah, great, Jaden. Let's do it. Peter Ames, hello. Okay, Ebony, so when I decline my firm, does it automatically go to clearing? What happens to my insurance? So Ebony, I wouldn't decline anything. So, okay, so Ebony, when you've asked that, have you already got verbal offers? Or where are you at with everything? Because that's... Okay, Arabella, lol. I'm a bit late to the party. Going up those stairs kind of done something to my brain cell. Arabella's a lovely name. So when I get my yes. Okay, so when you get your verbal offers, you can decline your firm. You will also then get the choice to decline your insurance. But yes, you have to kind of go through. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Welcome. So you're both here. Okay, I get it. Lol. A mum-daughter team. Love it. Thank you. Thank you for being here together. Yeah, does that make sense, Ebony? So you cancel your insurance, you cancel your firm, you cancel your insurance. Yes, exactly. Right, any other questions or have we got clearing sussed? Oh, thanks, Jaden. Thanks, matey. That's very kind. Who's waiting to get their Scottish results? Welcome. Everyone who's joining Insta, welcome. Are there any questions that you still have? Good, Claude. I'm so glad. So yeah, Daria, how does accommodation work through clearing? It's a really good question. You're going to have to ask every university because it's always slightly different. So Mia went to York and got accommodation part of clearing, but you're going to have to ask. Some universities won't have any accommodation guarantee, and that's not a problem, but you do need to know because then you need to decide, okay, is that something I can work around or not? Yeah? Good, Mia. This has really helped, and everyone who answered me in the comments, thank you all. Yeah, thank you. Good. Okay, great. Well, I think we're done then. Wordsmith. If you do better than expected, can you apply to universities that ask the Tamura economics? Nick's absolutely great question. Yes. Did you know last year 13% of people who went through clearing because they did better? So absolutely, you can apply to universities and you can apply to more super selective universities. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. How long does moving into accommodation take? Are you given a set number of days? Oh, good question. I don't really know, actually. No, I would say vet med, very, 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 very rare chance. Because vet med dentistry medicine all operate waiting lists. They operate what Cambridge operates now, which is the summer pool. Yeah, thanks, Mia. I think clearing is an opportunity. Just don't be forced into having to make a decision too quickly, basically. But just make sure you know when you have to let them know. So once you have your verbal offer, do those universities send an email which acts as proof of the verbal offer for us nervous types? No, JB. No, I totally appreciate it. The only thing I would do if you are nervous is record your phone call, so that if they don't respond in the same way as they said over the phone, you can show them back and say, well, you gave me an offer. That's the only thing I can say to do. They do record it, and I have it on authority that they do. I've checked UCAS, etc., but I think it's worth recording if that is something that you feel you just need a backup with. Yeah, Faye. So can you explain quickly what we should do on UCAS after getting a verbal offer? Yes. So once you've got a verbal offer or got a couple of verbal offers, I would have a break. I'd go and get a cup of tea. Then you log back onto your UCAS track and you either decline what you're currently holding or you're already automatically in clearing. You then write the course title and the university provider in your UCAS form. You'll just put enter clearing. You put the course title. You put the university institution, and then you click confirm. And then the university will take anywhere from 12 to 24 to potentially 48 hours to approve that. That is, I totally agree, the waiting period, but never, ever in my time has that ever led to anything other than an amazing outcome, I promise you. And absolutely, as Jaden's saying, always make sure to use the time on that verbal offer to get a phone call, to ask any questions you still have. Yeah. Does that make sense, Faye? So essentially, you just go back to your UCAS track, you input the course that you have chosen, you press confirm, and then you basically just wait for that verification. No, Cambridge Academic, Arabella's mum, it doesn't appear as anything. But what does appear is when you kind of enter clearing, there is a sign that says you must not enter a course unless you have spoken to the university and they have given you a verbal offer. That's the only thing that appears. The verbal offer is on the university side. They've recorded it. Then you need to record it via your UCAS track, and then it all syncs up, and bish bash bosh, happy days. Do you need to put the UCAS code in? I can't remember. Probably. I'd say it wouldn't be unhelpful. Totally agree, Jaden. Agreed. I don't think. Thank you, Cambridge Academics. Thank you, yellow smiley face. The UCAS hub, Tom, opens at 8 a.m. on the 13th, and indeed the 4th of August. The UCAS hub opens on the 4th of August. Aoife, can I do, I'm going to do a clearing phone call. 1 second. I'm going to show you my characters. I'm rehearsing it for a video I'm making for you. 1 second. Oh no. Meet the University of Zog. Jaden. This is the University of Zog. He is the Chief Admissions Officer. We're going to do a clearing phone call, okay? And I can't bother to go downstairs. So this is you. Your meow cat, okay? So, are you ready? Aoife, what course are you applying for, please? What course is Aoife applying to, please? And Aoife, and in fact everyone, Law, okay, cool. Can you tell me, do you want this verbal offer? I mean, obviously we want this verbal offer phone call to be a good one. Should we just do a yes verbal offer phone call? And then we'll do a no verbal offer phone call. Okay, you ready? Okay. Oh, I've got my results. They aren't as high as I want, and I've not met my firm and insurance. Oh, bugger. I'm just going to swallow that for a couple of minutes, going to have a cup of tea, have some Haribo, and then I'm going to get on the phone. Right, cool. I've sorted myself out. I'm going to get on the phone. I've actually always wanted to consider the University of Zog. I'm going to give them a call. Right, ring, 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 ring. Hello, University of Zog here. How may I help you? Welcome to the clearing line. How may I help you? Hello, my name's Aoife, and I am wanting to see if I could get a verbal offer for law at your university. No problem, Aoife. What a lovely name. First of all, could I take your UCAS ID, please? Okay, no problem. My UCAS ID is blah, 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 blah. Great. Okay, I've put that in my system now. Can I ask you what results you have got, Aoife, please? I have got A star, A, B. A star in law, A in English, and B in sociology. Great subjects. Okay, 1 second. Let me just put that in the system, please. Right. Aoife, I am delighted to say that we can give you a verbal offer. Would you like to take this through to confirmation stage? Oh, yes, please. That's great. Thank you. No problem. We hope to be welcoming you in September, October of 2026. Do you have any other questions, Aoife? What do you say, guys? Do you have any other questions? Yes, I do, actually. Do you have any accommodation guarantees for students who go through clearing? Oh, great question, Aoife. If you confirm by Friday, the 14th at midday, then yes, we do have an accommodation guarantee. Do you have any other questions? Yes. Could you clarify student finance, please? Is it the same as every other university in the country? Oh, yes. Let me just check. For law, you're just studying law. Yes. The tuition fees for this year are £9,500. Cheap as chips. Okay, great. Could I ask one more question, please? Oh, no problem. Hurry up. No, they might be like, okay, great, thank you. And you'll be like, no, sorry, one more question, please. How long do I have to confirm this verbal offer? How long do I have until I confirm this offer? Please let us know by Monday the 17th, by midday, that verbal offer will be yours. And if past that deadline, I cannot guarantee it anymore. Is that anything else, Aoife? Get off the phone. No, they'll be lovely and polite, but they might be a bit like, prompt, so you slow them down. No, I think that's great. Is there any way you could send me a quick email to confirm this verbal offer? I'm afraid we don't offer that, but that is in the system. Do not worry, you have a verbal offer with the University of Zog if you choose to make it. Great, thank you so much. Bye. That, honestly, whilst you might not have Zog, that is the clearing offer phone call. The confirmation stage is where you are literally saying, yes, I want to move this forward to contractually accepting the offer. You are confirming. Tom, I actually have made it. Jason, you're so funny. I actually have made, I think, pretty much a terrible video of Zog and my children's pet's guinea pig. So maybe I'll do it. But thank you. If I do it, can you comment on it and make sure it doesn't absolutely bomb? Because if it does, my integrity is at stake. Great. Do you want me to do a verbal offer phone call whereby the results are not as positive as that one? Okay, Arabella, remind me what course. Is it psychology? Okay, all right. Okay, so this is now Arabella calling for psychology. And this is not going to be, I'm going to do it, so, okay, cool. I've got it in my head as to what I'm going to do. Okay, you ready? Hi, Arabella, this is results day. I've just opened my envelope and, bugger, I've not got what I've wanted. That's annoying. Those grade boundaries are too low. Wait for it. I'm actually going to ask my teacher to see if I can have a priority remark, and then I'm going to take it from there. So teacher, who can be a teacher? I don't have any other stupid objects. Hello, I'm a teacher. Hi, miss. Could you please put me down for a priority remark for my English A level? I think it's far too low. Yeah, no problem. We'll sort that out. Are you going to go through clearing in the meantime? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. So wait for this. I've added another dimension. Okay. Ring, 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 ring. Welcome to the University of Zorg Clearing Hotline. How may I help you? Hello, my name's Arabella. Lovely name. Yes. I'm applying. I would like to know if I could get a verbal offer to study psychology at your university. Okay, great. Can I take your UCAS ID, please? It is this. Blah, 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 blah. Da, 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 da. Okay, great. Can I just double check that? Great. Okay, cool. Can I ask you what your grades are, please? Yes, they're slightly lower than expected. My grades currently are A star, A, B. Notice a trend. However, I am going to get that B in a priority remark. Okay, no problem. So currently your results are A star, A, B, but you are getting a priority remark. Okay, so you will get those results in 7 days, but we'll have to act upon what we currently have for the moment. Right, 1 second. They do their thing. Right. Arabella, I'm really sorry to say we cannot give you an offer for psychology on those qualifications. I am so sorry. Oh, okay, that's a real shame. Can I ask if you could look at my case after priority remark has happened? Yes, of course. However, I cannot guarantee that our course will still be in clearing by the time your results will be in. So I'm afraid I still cannot give you a verbal offer. Okay, that is understandable but disappointing. Can I ask, I'm really keen to go to your university. I'm obviously really interested in psychology. Are there any other courses that you would be able to give me a verbal offer for? Oh, let me see. So A star, AB, and you're interested in something around social science. No problem. Let me have a look. Would you be interested in sociology and Spanish? Maybe. Or media and management. Actually, quite interested in media and management. Could you tell me a bit more about that course, please? Certainly. I can even set you up with a phone call with the director of that course if you would like. Would you like a phone call? Yeah, okay. Could you just clarify if I have a verbal offer for that course? Yes, we can give you a verbal offer for that course, management and media, if you would like it. Would you like it? Yes, please. No problem. Arabella, you have a verbal offer for media and management. And am I setting you up with a phone call with the Director of Studies in a couple of hours? Yes, please. Great. Would you like 2 or 4 o'clock? 2 o'clock, please. No problem. We hope to be welcoming you into the course of media and management. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Bye. Do you know what I'm saying? So basically, I keep pushing, I keep asking, and they will look to place you. Now, also, if it is a different course that they're maybe trying to sell you on, you, what am I going to say? Just ask about it and ask to speak to an academic about it, and they probably will suggest it. Right. Yeah, how long is a piece of string? They might give you 24 hours, they might give you a couple of hours, they might give you 48 hours. It totally depends, so you've got to ask. Right. Never had a student be asked for grade boundaries before, ever. Never had a student be asked for grade boundaries before, ever. Oh, are you a teacher? Smiley face with the thingy. I don't. In terms of I added a dimension that was a bit more complicated. The resit thing is interesting. If you're holding a firm offer and you've declined that firm, if you are declined your firm offer, but you are asking for a resit, do go back to that firm provider and say, listen, I am trying to get a resit. Could you please hold the phone too? Yeah, because that's when they can and they should hold your offer for that period of time. It depends upon how super selective that course is. Yeah. Is there any chance unis can let you switch course when you get there? Yes, Zoe. It's quite often that happens. Quite often that it happens. Shona, do both. Do the form and do the phone call, please. Oh, right, sorry, Claude, the question. No, I don't think you need to know grade boundaries, but it would be helpful if you. So, actually, I'm going to take that back. It would be helpful for you to know grade boundaries. It would be helpful to know if you are just kind of really close, because then you can be like, hey, look, I know I've missed that, but I actually am only 1 point away from her, whatever. So, yeah. Correct, Tibori. Correct. Hmm. So, we've got a couple of teachers in the house. So grade boundaries get published on results day, and the best thing to do though is ask your teacher on results day, and then they'll be online. Just look up your exam board. Would I need to phone my school tomorrow if I know I get an A1 because our certificate doesn't show up? So Shona, you should be getting it online via email, and then it will come as an actual postal certificate. I think it should be the same day. Hi, Alice. So yeah. Have I got any questions on Insta? After that little role play, I think I've got a bit exhausted. My teacher is on holiday on results day. That's okay. You don't need. There'll be loads of teachers away on results day, but you just need your head of 6. You just need something. Oh, I see. RE grade boundaries. Okay. I they should consider extenuating circumstances. How much is up to them, and the level of seriousness around them. It really depends. Yeah, true. Exam board websites throughout results day. Absolutely. Right. Okay. I think I'm gonna pop off and go. I think so. So my next live, and I'm going to try and kind of connect my comments to Streamlabs, and I will also make moderators. My next live is scheduled for the night before clearing, so it's scheduled for the 12th at 8 p.m. And then I'm going to do another one at 8:30 on results day on the 13th. Great. And if you want to join the WhatsApp group, it's totally free, and you can ask questions on there, and just also comment under any of my videos. But if you've understood tonight, you will be absolutely banging. Do you think they like to respond tomorrow? Yeah, Shona, if you've got your results, they should respond. Yeah, absolutely. Shona, let me know how you get on tomorrow. So much luck, everyone. Right. Yeah. Thank you, everyone who's commented and helped and answered everybody's questions. You used to look at what counts as contextual. Yes, I will share. This isn't the list that universities use, but this is a great list. If you look at Sutton Trust contextual offer tool, it's a really good. I'll put it here. It's a really good tool to see what each university considers. Good. Yeah, agreed, Mia. Good. All right, my friends. Thank you all 800 of you across these 2 platforms for being here. It's always a privilege. And yes, I think you're all amazing. It's a really positive experience. You're going to look back on the next 2 weeks and you'll be like, it's so easy. Promise you. Right. No, Clay, I don't know how to stop this live because I'm on so many different blooming things. Let's see. Right. Night, everyone. Get to bed. Mwah. Loads of love. Good luck clearing. And I'll clear my bedroom up next time because I see that you can see